Hey everyone, welcome back to another React Native tutorial. In this video, we are going to learn how to record audio using the device microphone and convert speech to text in React Native. To achieve this, we will use two main libraries. First, we will use React Native Audio Recorder Player to handle audio recording and playback. Second, we will use React Native Voice to Text to convert recorded speech into text. We will also install a React Native Community Slider for the audio slider. Before we begin, let's install the required dependencies. Open your terminal and type npm install React Native Audio Recorder Player, React Native Voice to Text at React Native Community Slider. Once installed, if you are using Android, you need to add permissions in the Android manifest.xml file. These allow the app to access the microphone, record audio, and store recordings. After adding the permissions, rebuild the app by running npx react native run android. Now let's start writing our code. First, we import the necessary dependencies. We import React along with useState, useRef, and useEffect to manage state and lifecycle events. We also import View, Text, Button, Stylesheet, and Permissions Android from React Native. Next, we import Audio Recorder Player for managing audio recording and playback, and Start Speech to Text from React Native Voice to Text for speech transcription. Inside our component, we create an instance of Audio Recorder Player using useRef and define state variables to manage recorded audio files, transcription results, and UI updates. We track whether the user is recording or playing an audio file and store the transcribed text. Before recording audio, we need to request microphone permissions. We create a function called checkPermissions, which checks if the app has permission to record audio. If permission is granted, it returns true. Otherwise, it logs a message stating that microphone access is denied. Now let's implement the speech-to-text functionality. We create a function called handleTranscribe. This function resets any previous transcription results, checks for microphone permissions, and if granted, starts listening for voice input, and transcribes speech to text. The result is displayed on the screen. If there is an error, a message is shown. Next, let's implement audio recording. We create start recording and stop recording functions. Start recording first checks for microphone permission, and then starts recording using Audio Recorder Player Start Recorder. While recording, the app updates the UI to indicate that recording is in progress. When the user stops recording, stop recording stops the recording and stores the file path in the state. Now let's implement audio playback. We create start playback and stop playback functions. Start playback plays the recorded audio using Audio Recorder Player Start Player, while stop playback stops it using Audio Recorder Player Stop Player. A playback listener tracks the current position of the audio and updates the UI accordingly. Now, let's add slider seek functionality so users can navigate through recorded audio. We create an onSeek slider function that takes a value in seconds, converts it into milliseconds, and seeks to the selected position using Audio Recorder Player Seek to Player. If an error occurs, it is logged in the console. We also define a helper function called resetPlaybackState, which resets the playback progress when a new recording starts. It sets the playback position to 0, updates the displayed time values, and ensures that playback state variables are reset. Now, let's build our user interface. Inside the return statement, we create a View component that wraps all UI elements. First, we display a header labeled Audio and Transcription Demo. Below this, we add a transcribe button, which calls handleTranscribe to convert speech to text. If successful, the transcribed text is displayed. Otherwise, an error message appears. Next, we add buttons for recording. If the user is not recording, we show a record audio button. When pressed, it starts recording, and the button changes to stop recording. When the user stops recording, the recorded file is saved. If a recording exists, we show play and stop buttons for playback. Finally, we add a slider control for seeking through the audio playback. This allows the user to move to different positions in the recording. The slider updates dynamically based on the playback progress. Now, let's test our app. First, we tap the record audio button, speak into the microphone, and then stop recording. We then tap play to listen to the recorded audio. Next, we tap the transcribe button, and the app converts our speech into text. The transcribed text appears on the screen, and that's it. We have successfully implemented audio recording and voice-to-text transcription in React Native. If you found this tutorial helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and leave a comment if you have any questions. Thanks.